Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We are here for more of that ReZero greatness. This being the 17th episode of the second season, or episode 42 overall. First off, I just want to apologize and say I'm sorry for the late upload, like later than normal, because I would say usually, especially when it comes to ReZero, I'm pretty good with getting it out on time. But this Wednesday just wasn't one of those, honestly, like how I usually am. So I do apologize for that. But nonetheless, we are here to check out the newest episode, which I'm actually really excited, but also kind of nervous to, get into and see what we're gonna have here. Obviously, like with Emilia's past, and obviously it's probably gonna be a lot more than what we saw even in Frozen Bonds. They probably will show some of like Frozen Bonds maybe in here, or allude to it, or some things that maybe they'll show in here. I don't know if it's gonna be one episode or just however much we have focused on Emilia's like backstory. They probably will show some of it from Frozen Bonds, but I feel like a lot of it's gonna be stuff we didn't know or have not saw before. So, like I said, I'm excited, but also nervous at the same time, and I'm sure it's going to be great. And I know some of you guys were also pointing out. I saw in the comments a little bit about like what Kidna said to Emilia at the end of the previous episode about her being like the witch's daughter or whatever it was like that. I personally like, maybe some of y'all did, but I didn't put too much into that because it's Echidna saying that and just all of the jabs, and she was just trying to get under Emilia's skin at the end of the previous episode. So I feel like she was really throwing a lot out there, and like I said, again, it's Echidna, so I wasn't putting much into that. That's just me, at least as it stands right now. Could that change? Could that be different? Of course it could, and maybe a lot of that will, we'll see what we have here. But yeah, man, I'm ready to get into more ReZero and see what we'll have with this one. It looks like we're not going to have the OP again, and I think the episode's almost about 30 minutes again. So, Mike, you already know what it is. You already know. So, yeah, guys, with all that said, let's get into this episode. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, this is from Frozen Bonds. So I think what they're probably going to show is what happened before this right here. Like everything before she was like frozen and everything was frozen. But I'm right here. I think that's what she says, right? Yeah. Oh, this again, bro. The real dad. the father. Puck. Okay, so it was okay, so we're gonna go into before everything was like frozen. These Emilia and Echidna interactions are about to be pretty sweet. This is exactly what we saw with Subaru in like his trial and facing his past. Yeah, like don't forget who she is, man. Like I'm surprised a lot of y'all were believing straight up what she said at the end of the previous episode, by the way. I'm not either. I'm not either. Depending on what and how we're gonna see things. This like new starting line though for her, and the way she's been carrying herself lately, it's just like, even when she first said to Echidna when she got in here, I was like, yeah, I love this. Oh, look at Emilia. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to handle this, man. You look at small young Emilia. Oh, you got a basketball in there too. Dude, I can't get over how adorable she is, man. So not really her mother, but it was like she was her mother, but it's really her aunt. Dude, I'm gonna say it so much in this episode that that's just so adorable. I'm sorry, y'all, like ahead of time, like, because we've never had this before, so you can't really blame me. Yeah, it's probably something you should not do, but kids gonna be kids. Wait, Matsuoka? Well, hold up. Bro, look at this man. Like, this is the Juice. Like, who else would it be? Like, this is him before his brain started trembling and shit. Like, what a glow up, bro. Like, I guess that's what that shit'll do to you. But bro, like I heard Matsuoka, I was like, okay. And I even think that Fortuna's VA is Asuda's VA. So that what is that? Was that intentional or some shit? Or like what is up with that? But look at this man though. Like that's crazy. And also that makes me think of Bayako, right? What Bayako said. Like, was she talking about this juice, or was she talking about the juice when he like lost his mind, lost his shit, you know, and his brain started trembling and shit. Like that also makes me think of that. So this is insane though. That's I don't know what else to say. Is the seal intact? Huh. And just to see like even the cult like kind of in this light or in this way, and just to see him in this way, it's just so it's like weird to me. Like, but there's also it's a weird feeling. I don't know how to really describe it. I mean, this does seem like it would actually be even though it's kind of, I guess, away from a lot of other places or just things in general, like it would be pretty cool to be here. Emilia. So there's even something there, like who would have ever thought, right? Like that there's something there between these two characters. Wow. Aww. There's just a whole other feeling there too, especially with it being Asuna and Kirito's VA. Like for me, it's just like I feel there's more weight there for some reason. Like that's just me though. And Emilia's not there right now, so she's like, "Oh, I better get back." Oh, dude, it's so cute, man. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say it. Oh my god, dude. This shit is just too pure and just too cute for me. Like, aww. Man. Aww. Yeah, for the better. For the better. For the better. She don't like that shit. She don't like that shit. The seal. That's what I'm like. Ever since they Juice brought it up, like, what is that? It's always, as you notice, it's always Fortuna and Juice. It's always the two of them together, from what we've saw so far. Ooh, of course, anything I feel like would, to be fair, but she like, oh, you hit me with like something like that. Like, Juice a little slick though. Juice is, yo, he was slick, bro. He was slick. He remembered something from that. It was that long ago. Emilia getting a little jealous. Someone talking about me. And there's the same question. Dude, y'all gotta chill, ReZero. Like, I cannot take so much cuteness, man. I can't. Right, it's strange. Just out here in the middle like this, just the door. Wow. I don't think it's the door itself. I think it's like what's like in there beyond, or I think Subaru's still down bad about this. The freaking trio right here has been born though. We love to see it. Right, like come on, we all know what it is, Subaru. Everyone knows by this point. Like, come on, damn. It was passionate. It was very passionate. Yo, Garfield with Ram though. That's true, Ram. That's true. That's valid. I don't think little Emilia. I don't think that's how it's gonna work. Pachi pachi pachi, dude. I think something is about to happen. The way you were just talking right there, and how they shaping this out to be. The timing though. Oh. And this is where he realized who it was. Yeah, because he's never saw her before. Yo. Why are he getting like this though? Or like. I gotta pause here again. I'm sorry, guys, if you are annoyed with the pause. I rarely ever pause, to be fair. But if I didn't pause, I would not be able to even include certain things in the reaction. So that's really the main reason why. But this has me like, now that I really think about it, I know how I was talking about what a kid was saying earlier about Emilia being like the witch's daughter and all that. But what else could maybe be an explanation for why Geuse is having this kind of reaction here? You know? That would be an explanation. I feel like it would be if Emilia was the witch's daughter. Now, I'm not saying this is confirmation, but like officially, but this reaction right here, like there definitely has to be some kind of connection there, right? Now, it may not be a daughter, but I feel like there is some kind of connection there. I guess that's what I'll leave it at for right now. Dude, this, like, I don't know even what to say about this. Like, this is just like who would have thought? I know I said it before, it's like, but... Right, right. The warm-up round. That was just the warm-up, like, the real trial. They're literally like mother and like father figures to her. Like, how they're putting this, like, kind of shaping this out, like that's what it seems like to me. The little pouting face too, man. Like, oh. Yeah, that little noise she made right there. She gotcha. See, that's something. Just promises, vows that something ReZero has been very big on. Probably as we even go forward, we'll see even more of that. This is when she first showed them. So obviously, to this point, she's been keeping it to herself. But now look how many there are. For once, confirmed. Without Geuse, Emilia would have never became a magic user. Oh, that's what I was saying earlier. That's what I was saying. That's exactly how it felt. They like, wait. She heard what she wanted to hear. He was about to just go into maybe a lot there. Oh my god, bro. Remember how big the promises are. Remember, she learned this from you. So that was probably, could this be something? Sorry I paused right here, by the way, but I just instantly thought of, like, remember when Emilia was saying, like, Baka, like, about Fortuna, like, not keeping a promise or whatever? Was that about this as well? It was probably about this right here. Like, yeah, honestly. Oh man, this is just too wholesome, and I know it's like we not to the terrible shit yet, right? Oh god. Oh, you hear that OST? Oh my god, dude. Are you serious, bro? This fucker. We know who this is, but this is just crazy because we saw the beginning of season 2, we saw how he was, and now we see him like this. You just know. You're like, oh no. Yeah, unfortunately, we know who you are. Like, god. Yeah, and this is where everything probably goes to shit. Oh my god, bro. And that's the thing. It's just like this, like, episode was, like, for the most part, right, was so adorable and just so wholesome, and just with Emilia, young Emilia, and just how adorable. And then Fortuna and Geuse, seeing Geuse like that, like, and next episode, I already know it's probably gonna be hell. It's probably gonna be hell in comparison to this, like, especially with him showing up out of anyone. And I think what's so genius about showing him here is that we saw him at the beginning of the second season. We saw what he did. So it's just like when the music stopped and just like you heard that OST kick in. It's like, oh great, oh god, and we already know kind of. We've already saw a little bit of him, and from the little bit we saw of him, it's just like it's gonna go to shit. And because really we're gonna see what happens before everything, I guess, because we know ultimately everything ends up being frozen, right? Everything, the whole like forest and the village and the people, like we know what happens, but we're gonna get, I guess, before what happened, like right, probably in the next episode, right? I would think. But this episode, man, was just it was something else. It was something else, you know, just to young Emilia, you know, seeing a lot of the things, like obviously, like I was talking about before, I think at the beginning of the video, like besides frozen bonds, you know, getting a lot of this stuff here, and even that there was something with Emilia and Geuse, like who would have ever thought, you know, who would have ever thought? And then obviously Fortuna, this something that really stands out to me with the two of them is like the whole, obviously her being like a motherly figure, and even Geuse like being kind of like a fatherly figure, you know. But the whole thing about the of promises in vows, ReZero is very big on that. And even some of the things that Fortuna was saying to Emilia, like don't do this or do that, you can kind of see in the present with Emilia, a lot of things we've saw throughout ReZero with Emilia in the present, you know, as she is older, like the things that she does, or the way she'll do things or say certain things or maybe take the blame on herself, it really kind of shows with what Fortuna has kind of passed on to her. So I do really, really like that. I think that is actually genius what they did here. But just this stuff right here, and what we're gonna have probably in the next episode, I don't know if it's gonna be any longer than that, but this is all stuff that I've been waiting for a long time, and probably a lot of you have as well. Whether you've are just anime only or have read the novels or whatever the case is, you've probably been waiting for this, because she's the main heroine, you know, and we're finally getting, you know, besides Frozen Bonds, because that was like obviously a pretty significant glimpse into Emilia's like past and all that, like with Puck and whatnot. But this is like it right here. So yeah, this obviously a very, very important episode, and probably what we'll see in the next episode. Very, very important stuff. But this is this was something else, man. It's hard to really put into words. I don't know. It was wholesome. It was adorable, which is, you don't really say a lot with ReZero, and maybe that's why it's weird to me. But it's not gonna be wholesome and adorable in the next episode. I don't think. Yeah, there's no way it's going to be. But I mean, Geuse, Fortuna, and of course, you know, young Emilia, and just I don't know what else to say, man. It was just so adorable, and I don't say that with ReZero like ever. So that's why it's so weird to me to try and describe, I guess, how I'm feeling about this episode, you know. But I really liked what we had here. We still have more, but getting a big glimpse, a big look back at Emilia's past, right through this trial. Like I said, something that I've been waiting for a very long time. Like, it's about time we got into this kind of stuff, you know, and we're probably only going to get more as we go forward. Maybe even beyond the next episode, we'll probably get a lot more. So yeah, I have nothing else to say about this episode. Really, really good episode, but I am nervous to see what happens in the next episode. That's for sure, especially with the Regulus showing up. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what you all thought of this episode. If you guys did enjoy my reaction to this one, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.